done and it's official. It's over. That is according to J.K. Rowling herself. She is saying, Harry goes on a big journey during those 2 plays, and then, yeah, I think we're done. I'm reading this in a different inflection, by the way, not her own. Yeah. This is the next generation, you know, so I'm thrilled to see it realized so beautifully. But no, Harry is done now.
Don't get sad.
What about Always? Remember that? Oh, wait, that was for Snape. Okay. So, according to J.K. Rowling, Harry Potter is done, but we can fix this with a few technicalities, y'all, and let's get into it. So, with Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, we see a baton passing of sorts to the next generation of Harry's children, Ron and Hermione's children, Draco's child. So basically, it's not the world isn't done, just this part is done. But I think that's the best part of this world, so maybe that's not the best. Yeah. Maybe I should still be sad, is basically what I'm saying.
But I don't know what we would expect at this point. Like, we seen Harry Potter's journey evolve in front of our eyes and then wrapped up in front of our eyes to an extent as his involvement. Like, it just wouldn't, I feel like the story, we all grew up with it, and I feel like it's time for the baton to move over to the younger generation if they want to have a similar experience growing up of reading Albus Potter's future along with the other characters. But what I'm saying is that although that's not intriguing to us because we've been growing up and spoiled by Harry Potter's life, I feel like I think they could do more damage if they tried to continue Harry Potter's legacy and make that further more interesting and focus on Harry, because all the qualities that made Harry Harry as a young wizard, is he still going to maintain them as an older wizard?
He's completed his path to whatever Wizardry. He was doing. He defeated Voldemort. He made up for some of the wrongs of the past, and I've started reading this.
Yep. What do you think?
I have some problems with it. I know a lot of people like it and some people don't like it. I think it has the same issues that the epilogue for the Deathly Hallows had, which is it reads like a fan fiction. Yeah. And to be fair, J.K. Rowling did keep her word. She didn't write any more Harry Potter because Jack Thorne wrote Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. She just had some influence.
How many people do you think bought the book with the massive J.K. Rowling name printed on it and thought this is another J.K. Rowling book, not realizing, one, that it's a script, and two, that it's part of her influence?
Tiny writings based on an original story by J.K. Rowling. John Tiffany and Jack Thorne, a new play by Jack Thorne.
And at the back, it's like the 8th story, what?
The 8th story, 19 years later.
So we're already bought into the idea that this is a continued legacy of Harry Potter. And in a way, it is. But we're just looking at the younger generation. And the same thing goes for, we associate Harry Potter, I think when you give across that name, it means more than just Harry Potter, the character. Mm-hmm. I think that is the full world. And by no means is that world done. In fact, it is still moving on pretty strong at this point. We have a big movie coming out, Fantastic Beasts. I'm sure it'll be plenty more movies from that. I'm still convinced that this is going to turn into a movie. I remember the first day it got announced and released, I said to you, so what do you think is going to happen in the movie? And you're like, it's a book, Francis. It's not a movie yet. And I'm like, I'm following straight.
Sorry, is that how I sound?
That's how you said it.
I don't think that's how I
sound. I got mad. I went, it's a book, Francis.
It's a book, Francis.
So I think we're going to get more from the Harry Potter world. I immediately looked at that and said, Harry's done. I mean, he might pop in for a nice cameo now and again to make sure that his kid's doing all right, but I'm not too worried about it. I'll still enjoy it.
There's some crazy things in here, though, that it just doesn't have, and forgive me, it doesn't have the same magic as the original. Because
it's not written as a book.
It's not written as a book. It's not from J.K. Rowling directly. It maybe indirectly. It's just, it feels different.
Like, it's not maybe from the Elephant Cafe in Edinburgh, which is the place where she wrote it. I visited it.
Okay, it makes sense because it just seems different. Maybe it's not bad, but I don't think it captures me in the same way that her books just really left me enwrapped, and I just couldn't tear myself away. And I loved them and thought about the characters long after I had finished the books.
Yeah, so I don't imagine that the new generation of kids coming up and reading Harry Potter are going to start with this book. I mean, in an ideal world, they would read The Cursed Child and they would start to fall in love with those characters. But again, The one thing that I've read from the criticism is it's a book, parts 1 and 2 at the moment. You don't have enough time. I think what the writers in this are banking on the fact that we are already so engrossed in all the previous characters, and they're like they had so many books developed focused on their characters developing. We have one book, and we're supposed to just jump on board with, all right, you don't need to. You've seen how these characters developed. Now just kind of get on board with how their kids are developing. You don't really need to get into their character, and that's why we're all still going to be attached to Harry and Ron and Hermione, because they got developed such a lot over a long period of time where we knew everything about them.
Get to know them and love them, and empathize with their vulnerabilities.
Yeah, and now we're just like, Albus, it's Harry's son. Just take it as it is.
James. Yeah. So far, I mean, maybe I'll save a review till I finish doing it, but I don't feel the same way. I mean, it could also be a consequence of growing up. Oh, that's the cruelest magic of all. But
our best years are behind us.
Yeah, we're all dead inside.
So
I wish more Nerd Alert videos didn't end with us descending into complete nihilism.
It's the realization that we're getting older and that we can't. But I'm like third in line. Do I need to fight anyone to get third in line for this book?
My sister is second.
All right, sister second, and then I need to.
You could just spend the $16 and buy the book.
But what if I don't like it, and then I'm going to hate it even more because I spent $16 on it? That could have been like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, it is written like a play, but you and I both are fans of Shakespeare, so we're used to that.
Like that.
Maybe that'll be okay, and that won't be a stumbling block for us at least. So for now, it looks like there's no more Harry Potter, though we've been told that before. Okay. Audience, what do you think? No more Harry Potter, only Wizarding World, or hashtag Harry Potter forever? Let us know below in the comments, and please like and subscribe for more.